Alright guys, welcome back. Alright, this video is with mixed feelings because yesterday, well 2 days ago, of course I saw the news that Dragonheir in the US region will be shutting down basically. So yeah, I'm here with mixed feeling. Not sure if this is going to be my last Dragonheir video, but I do want to make this video just talk about my overall feeling about this game. I've been playing this game ever since day one. Even before that, I didn't play the preseason, the season 0, but the developers, they reached out to me back in the beta and asked me to make a sponsor video for the game. So I did that, I remember. So yeah, I've been with this game since day one. And for my channel, I used to make content for Racial Errands, then I quit Racial Errands, then my channel just focus on this game because I overall like this game. I like the graphics. I think the graphics looks amazing. I think in terms of character design, like the visuals, I think it actually exceeds Racial Legends, right? And the combat is smooth. I really like this type of design, the damaging type, the damaging mechanic. Like every element, there is 2 different damaging type. I think overall just works great. I think the game is, like, in terms of combat, even gameplay is amazing. I'm not talking about seasons. I'm just talking about like basically combat design, gameplay. I think overall it's an amazing game, but it feels like developers, they don't really know how to run their game like as a mobile gacha game. Like I don't know if they are planning to. Their original plan was to make this game like a PC game or something. Ever since the game's release, there has been pretty much no offers in the shop. In a gacha game, there's no special offers. There was no holiday offer. If you want to get the best legendary in the game, you just have to buy this, which just doesn't make player want to spend. That is a really bad thing. Well, let me just talk about the good thing and the bad thing about the game overall. Since this is, I'm not sure if it's not gonna be my last Dragonheir video, but let me just get my feelings straight. I think there are tons of bad stuff about the game. Tons of good stuff about the game, right? Not just this store system. You almost feel like the developers, they don't want to make money out of this game. It's just weird, right? And they said in their Discord they're like a new game studio. I get it. They probably don't know how to monetize their game. Or they just want to look good, not having any special offers in the game. Doesn't really make sense to me. And if they are actually being sold to Tencent, like Tencent knows a lot about how to monetize the game. All right, so I know how these Chinese big tech company works. Like there are NetEase, there are Tencent. If you guys are unfamiliar, I can tell you guys this. Tencent and NetEase has the worst game reputation in China. Like people just dislike these 2 companies because all their games are pretty much mobile games. They don't have any well-known PC game. Their pure focus is mobile game. Their pure focus is how to make money from these mobile games. So they will sure know how to get the money out of you if you still play. All right, this will definitely change. And yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's not like the game is gonna be so much better if it's being transitioned to Tencent. I'm just telling you guys, like, in China, Tencent has a terrible reputation, right? Even though they do have some decent games, but people just don't like them. Okay, so another thing most people complain about is the seasonal reset. I think I understand why developers are trying to do this. They want to make this game playable all the time, I guess. Not just like you level all the champion up to level 100, you never have to do it again. I kind of get why the developers choose to do this, but still, it's a very, very poor execution in terms of seasonal design. Because everybody start in a different timeline. As of today, I believe if you're a new player, you want to play this game, you start from day 1 of season 1. Like, what kind of mentally ill stuff is that, right? So I am like 200 days ahead of a new player that start this game today. That is insane. No game I know does things like this. Seriously, who does things like this? So the new player who are starting to play today will never be able to play with you ever if they don't change it. Like that is just terrible idea. I actually think whoever come up with this idea should be fired. Seriously, it is it is like a cancer to this game. The later they started to start to take treatment, the faster they will die, basically. And it's very, very late. It's already season 4, and there are new players starting day 1 of season 1, and they have no chance of seeing these season 4 new champions in like 180 days. That is crazy, right? This is the major reason why players are not playing their game. And I'll get this straight. I think if the game is not seasonal, if it's just a normal gacha game like Racial Legends, you just only have to level up champion once, this game will receive much, much more positive review. Seriously. Alright? I'm not saying seasonal system is bad. I think it's a refreshing idea. It's just very, very poor execution, poorly designed in this game. Everybody should start at the same timeline. Okay? Alright. The last thing I want to talk about. The last thing that I'm gonna say that is negative about the game. That is the communication. You know, they made a Discord channel, but I would say 90% of the time, they're well, I wouldn't say 90% of the time, but a lot of the time, their community managers just never reply to any message. I'm not talking about the mods, just the actual community manager that works for the company. They don't reply a lot of times, right? And as for the developers, I know for a lot of gacha games I've played, like their developers have direct communication with the players. They put out roadmap, and sometimes answer the question from the player base. But in this game, there's zero. Like I haven't heard anything from the developers directly. As for the community managers, right after they put out the news that US service will be shut down, they put out a roadmap. I honestly think this is this is like they just want people to stay. This is not good, still not good, even though they put out a roadmap. It's like a panicking move, right? They're panicking that everybody's gonna quit, and they put out this roadmap. The roadmap is okay. I'm not gonna say a lot of positive thing about it. Like all the things on roadmap is just how the game should be, right? And I have watched a lot of videos from other content creators regarding this issue. There are some US content creators that are quitting this game, and like they have really sad feeling because it is actually the game that they like. I kind of get it. It definitely sucks to see some game you are playing that you like getting shut down for no obvious reason. That's another thing. Talking about the communication with the company and the player base. It's insane, right? They should just tell player why the game is shutting down in the US. Like tell us why, right? If it's not really because the game is doing so terrible in the US, tell people why. Like maybe it's because of regulation of monopoly, or maybe it's because of copyright of Dungeon and Dragon event. Let people know, right? It's okay. Just let people know. If it's not because the game has no hope, maybe people are gonna stick around. But they just hide it like a secret. They don't tell people why the game is getting shut down in the US, but not other region. Like I always had this type of hope. Like I think they're gonna re-release the game in the future, just making it a better version. But if I think about it again, if that is the case, they should just shut down all region. Maybe shut it down for like a month and re-release the game. Like, I'm okay with them doing that, to be honest, if they can keep our in-game purchase, okay? So if they can just shut down Origin, re-release the game, make a better version, and all our in-game purchase will be stored like a credit, I'm okay with that. All right, let us resummon all champions. Start from season 1, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Just make a better version of the game. But don't take away all my purchases. That's insane. That's an insane thing to do. Okay. Yeah, but again, I did watch Scratch's video. He's saying that he has hope that one day in the future the US version will be live again. And I have that feeling too, to be honest. All right. I don't think US version of Dragonheir is gonna be gone forever. Because this game does have potential, even though it's not doing so well. Like, if Tencent's marketing team or monetization team is working on it, they can actually make it like to be like a money machine. Basically, people will be willing to spend. The combat is so fun. Some champions are so fun to play around with, right? Yeah. Overall, my feeling is I really feel bad for the US players. As for my account, I did check with the customer service. They say my account is not US based, but I still can't take their words seriously. Alright, I just don't want my account to be deleted. Like, even though this might be my last video, I still kind of want to stick around a little bit longer. Alright, I do feel bad for the US players, and I totally understand that people are quitting. Not just US players, other regions. They're from other regions are not very optimistic about the game's future. I totally get that, right? Yeah, as for now, there's absolutely no point to spend any money into the game unless they tell us why the US region has been shut down. They need to tell us it is not because the game is dying. Alright, it is not because the game. It's not game related. They need to tell us this. It has to do with regulation or something that's not their fault. Otherwise, absolutely no reason to spend money. Maybe even no reason to keep playing, right? But I wouldn't suggest everybody just to quit. Like, if you enjoy the game, you can still play, right? It's a game. You're eventually gonna quit anyways. Like, I played Raid Shadow Legends for 4 years. 3 years, okay? 3 years. And I quit. I spent tons of money. Like, the money I spent probably could buy like a lot of good stuff, you know? I'm not gonna name it because I don't want my family to watch this video and know how much money I spent. You know? So all mobile games, you eventually gonna quit. Are you eventually gonna quit? That's why I say, like, if you still enjoy the game, just play it. But I highly recommend you don't spend any money into it. Alright? Well, but I'm gonna tell you guys this. I think I've heard people that spend tons of money, but you can kind of just go to your bank and get a chargeback. That's a secret, alright? All the mobile game spend you did for the past 90 days, you just go to your bank and your chargeback. You get money back. So, but anyways, I'm gonna stick with it for a little bit longer. Not sure if it's gonna be my last Dragonheir video. If you guys have any good game recommendation, let me know and I'm gonna try it. All right. So, but honestly, for all these full-time YouTube content creators out there that are making video focus on this game, that are trying to look for another game, like, my honest opinion is maybe try to find a decent PC game instead. Like, why always stick with mobile game market, right? PC games are just kind of better. Like, yeah. Like, I think right now I play PC game more than mobile game, to be honest. Anyways, I'll stop right here. Let me know what you think, and definitely not the last video on my channel, just maybe the last video about Dragonheir. I hope it's not the last, but we'll see what happens. Alright, talk later. Bye.